Hi everybody, it's Parshas Veschanan, and I'm making this recording at the end of Tisha B'Av. And may we see the redemptive hand of Hashem, the complete redemptive hand of Hashem, the peace in the Middle East, the return of all the hostages to their families, all the Israeli soldiers be safe. This week's Parshas Veschanan, chapter 4, verse 7 tells us, Ki mi goy godol asher lo elokim krovim elav k'Hashem Elokeinu b'chol kareinu elav. For what great nation is there that has God to call upon? Meaning the Mefarshim say that when we daven to Hashem, we are His nation, and therefore He answers us. Now He may not be on our time clock, and we know that the pasuk tells us later on in verse 29 that when we daven to Hashem, what's my notes? They tell me, yes, it tells us we got to daven with all our heart, all our soul. We said it in the Haftorah today, this afternoon on Tisha B'Av in Hosea, that if you want to find Hashem, you can find Hashem, but you have to seek Hashem with a full heart. So yes, we daven for so many things, and we have to internalize, not just know that Hashem is our God, but we have to bring it, Hashevasa levavecha, we have to bring it to our heart to know that Hashem hears our tefillot and that He should answer us in the most auspicious time. But to have faith, the Torah tells us, Hashem is your God, and you can call upon Him anytime. So recently, we had some flooding here in my area. And a few years ago, we invested a lot of money in pumps and other devices to mitigate any more flooding. But unfortunately, we still got flooded. One end of my block becomes the lake. And we've called the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, and we have people come out and they clean out the sewers and the storm, whatever they call it, the storm drains still. And I'm just saying, this is just ridiculous. I pay my taxes. I'd like that to have this kind of stress that we have a heavy storm. I'm going to have some flooding. So I decided, what the heck? I go online and I'm going to the commissioner. I'm going to the top. I call the commissioner of DEP, and I can't get him, but I get a lovely secretary, his assistant, and she literally is crying on the phone when she hears my story. And she says, the commissioner's not available, but I'm going to get you, someone who's going to help you. And she puts me in touch with his deputy commissioner, and she transfers the phone. I go to voicemail, and it's like, oh, great, voicemail. Fine, I leave a detailed message, and I figured that's it. At least I tried. The guy's never calling me back. But sure enough, about an hour and a half later, I get a call, and it's the deputy commissioner. And he is so empathetic, and he's listening, and he's even trying to offer advice. And he said, look, how did you get my number? I said, what do you mean? I called the commissioner. I go, it's my second day on the job. He said, I'm going to help you, Rabbi. I'm going to help you. I'm going to send down my top guy. He's going to call you. I'm going to set up an appointment. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it'll be a happy ending. Hopefully we'll get this flooding problem solved. But the point I wanted to make is often we leave messages and we get a voice message and we don't know if the person's going to call us back, or we're trying to reach someone who could help us and they're not available or on vacation. HaKadosh Baruch Hu listens to every prayer, and that's the pasuk. And when we want our prayers answered, we have to do it with a whole heart, and we have to ask Hashem that it should be well for us. But we should be confident to know that Hashem hears our prayers, even if they're not answered on our timeline. Sometimes it's right away, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a month. You never know when you're going to get answered. But if a bus of Adam calls me back, and I feel good that the bus of Adam, the moral, calls me back to help me with my problem, Kal v'chomer, then certainly when HaKadosh Baruch Hu will answer me. I have to have confidence. I just don't know when it's going to be. Hashem should answer all your tefillot. Everybody who's watching, Hashem should answer all your tefillot that you are davening so hard for all kinds of yeshuos. May Hashem answer them, and it should be revealed to you, and soon. I wish everybody a last Tisha B'Av, a beautiful Shabbos, a Shabbos Nachamu. And if you like what you hear, please pass it on. Please consider subscribing. And for those who are still fasting, I hope your fast went well.